showed you how to install the Geck, and this time we're going to be taking a look at the basics of the Geck. So let's get started. So first of all, we want to go find where we install our Geck. We installed it here in the last video, and it's Geck.exe is how you start the game. We want to be able to access this easily from the desktop, so we're going to create a desktop shortcut. So right click this, go down to Send to, and then Desktop Create Shortcut. It will create a shortcut on the desktop. You can rename this if you'd like, and you can put it wherever you'd like on the desktop. We're just going to stick it right here, and we're going to open it up. So double click, and here is the Geck. So we're going to be going over all the different aspects of the different tools you can use in the Geck, very simply. Alright, so I have maneuvered my windows for the Geck in a manner for which I can view them easily. You can do the same. You can edit however you'd like where your windows are, depending on your screens. If you have multiple monitors, you can put certain things in different monitors, just to kind of spread things out and make it less complicated. So let's briefly go over all the different windows. So the first one is basically your main command center. It has all the tools. It's File, Edit. It has all these tools on the toolbar, and that is your main window. Next we have the object window. This is basically the Geck's inventory. It has all the files, everything. It has the weapons, it has ammunition, it has the NPCs, the dialogue, everything. You get everything from here. Next is the render window. This is how you view the game. This is how you bring items. This is how you bring things in to the Fallout game. And that corresponds with the cell view. The cell view allows you to choose where in the game you want to be. Currently there's nothing you can select because there's no files loaded currently. But when there are, you'll be able to choose wherever you want in the wasteland, and you can go there. And that's basically a brief overview of the windows. Alright, so starting your first mod, it doesn't matter what the mod is. It can be a companion, it can be a merchant, it can be a quest. It doesn't matter what it is. You need to save a file. So how to do this is go to your main toolbar, and you'll see this small disk, a floppy disk. It says Save Plugin. We're going to click this, and we'll be able to create a .esp. We can name it whatever we'd like. We'll just call it Geck Test, and it will save it to your Fallout data folder as a .esp. So once we've named it, you can name it whatever you'd like. Press Save, and now it's in your Fallout data folder. Alright, so once we've saved that, we want to load the Geck with the ESP. So to the left of this disk, there's a folder. We want to click this, and these are the ESP and ESM files. So obviously this is the base game with all the components of the base game, and these ESMs are all the DLC, Dead Money to Tribal Pack. These are all the DLC. You don't have to load these, but if you want all the components from the DLC and play with them, then you can have them selected. And make sure, this is usually at the bottom, your ESP that you created, gecktest.esp. Make sure this is selected, and make sure it says active file. And to set it as an active file, you click this right here. Now it's not an active file. Click it again, it's an active file. And we're going to load up all the components. It may take a little bit depending on your hard drive. It may take a little bit of time, but load it up. Press OK. Alright, so the Geck has loaded up. It has loaded all the world space, all the items, everything. As you can see in our object window, we have lots of different files we can use. This is everything. We've selected all on the tree, the branch, and this is basically everything you can use. This is good for searching for certain IDs. So if you select all and type in an ID, so the ID for caps is 7 zeros and an F, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. F is caps. And that's basically how you search for things with the filter. Alright, now we're going to be taking a little bit more look at the render window and the cell view. So, say we want to look at good springs. We'll go to this world space, click the drop down menu, we're going to scroll to the bottom, and something called Wasteland NV. And some places will load, and as you can see there's all the different places for Wasteland NV, 188 Trading Post, Bitter Springs, and you can simply press G for Good Springs until you find Good Springs right here. Good Springs. And it loaded Good Springs in the render window, as you can see. And you can maneuver in here. This is how you add items to the game. Very cool window. So I'll quickly show you how you can add an item in the game. So we'll put something in the back of this truck in Good Springs. So if we go over here to the object window and we want to add a gun, we'll go to items, weapons, and these are all the weapons in the game. So let's take a look. There's Archimedes 1. We'll drag that in. Let's see what that looks like. Apparently that's... I don't think that has a mesh or anything. But if we choose something like a proton axe, it's the proton axe from, I believe it's the Old World Blues DLC, and you can add it to the back of this truck. You simply take it and drag it over here. And to drop an item to the ground, you press the F key. So F, and it dropped to the back of the truck. And if we say we want to, this is all we want, this is our mod, right? We can press this hard drive button again, how we made our ESP. We press save plugin, and now if we run this ESP in our game with a mod manager, it will be in the game, in the back of the truck. So that's basically how you use the render window and the object window, very simply. Alright guys, that's it for this guide. In the next guide I'm going to be showing you how to do a specific thing in the Geck, say making a weapon mod or an NPC or something along the lines of that. So that's it. That's the basics of the Geck. Thanks for watching.